Warm welcome to Kalle Lundahl. We will now once more venture into the fantastic world of the Alexander technique in combination with Iain McGilchrist and also the psycholinguists David McNeil.
Neil.
We will kneel. Let's see here.
Number 34.
Number 34. We are progressing. You can ask Kalle to stand maybe in a monkey in front of the back of the chair.
Perhaps I should. Yeah, perhaps. So I don't. Is it okay? Yep.
You should be in profile.
Profile. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Let me be a profile.
So direct and see if you can find the hip joint.
Can I go already in the Alexander on my own or? Yes.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Let me just go in there. Yes. So it's more in the medium there. Very good. Nice widen back. I need to incorporate thing here. Forgot about music. Didn't hear it first. So you are jointed here, so you can go up, you can go back, you can go down. Be careful to always start with the head. So that the direction is with the head, and you can tip it a bit. Think about the ladybug, and put a nice smile at the back of your eyes. So we need to combat decades of over seriousness. Kalle been studying academia in the 90s. He needs to expand. You can expand also here in between the shoulders to make broader here. Very good. Already starting. And here. So think very good. Directing fingers forward makes it easier to move about. You can move up, down, towards. You feel how easy it is? It's much softer now. Widen and lengthening. Direction forward. Very good. You see how much easier it goes now, Kalle? You should keep your eyes open though. You need to be awake when we do this. The idea that you can also transfer this to the daily things. Up, yes. And even when we go back, we direct forward. Yes, that's very good. That's excellent. Good to go.
Sitten moon greeting.
So we can get you into the video.
Chandra Namaskar.
Chandra Namaskar.
This is one of the last days before Christmas 2023.
Yes, we are getting closer.
December 21st. Last occasion live of Alexander Cake.
Only a couple of days left to Christmas Eve.
Ouch.
But think of the funny thing. Julbord, good food and Johnson's Temptation. We can get that directed things here. So, Broden and lengthening. You're lengthening good here. So let's see if I can add that. Coming up here. Not so much in the waist, but a bit further down. There you go. That's better. Ah, perfect. Very good. It's the hip joint that should do the moving. In Asia, they bow like this from the hip. It looks very different, doesn't it?
Mm.
It looks like a gymnastic exercise. Whereas the Western bow is like this in the waist. So we have a long tradition of that, of not understanding the hip fully. But now you're learning. Direction there. So direct rather than stretch. Very good, that's much better. Did you see the difference? You just direct, you think actively, prolonging the fingers. Yes, so much better. And that is the same directive activity you do with your head or think with your head. Point with your head. And it goes all through the body. There is an interesting aspect of timing that is indirectly put up by David McNeil. Gesture versus language question the idea of before and after. Very hard to say where thinking is taking place. And I think we often misconstrue the idea of an afterthought as thinking. We tend to reflect over the things that already is thought and making them linear. In the Alexander technique, it's done directly. You just think the direction and the direction is there. And you don't check whether it's there or not. It will be there. You just trust it. Think up. You can think immense dimensions of space everywhere. It never ends above you, even though it's a bomb shelter built in the 50s waiting for the atomic bomb. Never came, thank God.
We need more bombs.
I wonder. In Sweden we make bombs of ice cream, glassbomber. Those are the preferred variety. You have an excellent, you can also align with the back here. That's much nicer. You keep it that way. And you widen here, see if you can get the shoulders engaged. Very good. And now you bend very close to where the hip joint is. It's much easier that way. You're feeling less of a strain, I can imagine, Kalle.
Yes, it's great.
Point forward. It's relieving. What a relief.
Så the back. Så det blir more. Can you check the back?
Yeah.
One joint with the hip. It should be, hopefully.
Once in a while you can always check like this. You bend, just think freedom here. Yes, let loose of that tension here. Very good. It's a miniature tension. It's probably some irritation or nervousness. You open up here between the shoulders. So widen here, does that make sense?
Yes.
And also lengthening, very good. And let me see if you can, yeah, there you go. You keep that freedom here. And this lengthening nice here. Yeah. So we want to be somewhere in between tense and not tense. But direct the finger, that's exactly what I'm looking for, directing the fingers. And every time you think, you would strengthen that thing. So this is easier to move if you direct. It makes a whole difference. It's smoother. It's so much easier.
Mm.
You're using your thinking capacity to move around. Alexander had a terribly complicated expression, conscious guidance of the body, or conscious control. Well, this is what it's about. It's directing things. You think it instead of waiting for it to happen. And there's no need to check because you know in the end when you're thinking or not. You will know it by the extra freedom, the joy, the liberty. You feel less strained. And it's very easy to laugh or crack a joke. And once you get used to that easiness, it will come more often to you. Chandra Namaskar, Chandra Namaskar. So happy as only a pupil of the Alexander technique can be. See, I can take you down to the monkey here. See here. Yeah. Easiness, yes. Open up. Yes, there is the hip joint, exactly. There we have it. Remember this, the Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and Boxing Day, I think it's called. Is it Boxing Day? I think. Hopefully. You direct and widen across here. Yes, like a cross. Remember John Appleton. And do not forget both the inner and outer tension. The right hemisphere is very good at bringing both in at the same time. The left can only understand the world from representations, or the old things. As a bit like those Bible interpreters. They don't read the Bible as it is. Instead, they enforce all things on it. Put it into a grid or a pre-arranged format. Here in the Alexander technique, we're being free. You don't have any pre-arranged positions to be in. You can get up, you can get down. So, very good. Do you feel how you bend now at the hip joint? It's very good, Kalle. Easier, isn't it?
Yes.
And this will be much less taxing on your hip joint. You're not enforcing as much pain or extra stress on it. Yeah, very good. Yes, 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 yes. There's a big difference from the beginning. So every time we do the monkey, we learn a little bit about the functioning of our body-mind system. And we go a long way from the academic world where there is only mind, and body is a fleshy thing made of atoms, which is a rather horrible blasphemous thought. How soft it is! Very good. Now you are more upright than you ever were before. Let's take a final shot of that. Smiling, happy, wide and taller person, maybe 2 centimeters, I'll guess. Very good, Kalle. A Christmas applaud, and thank you very much for your cooperation. I think you have the best Christmas gift. You know, got a hip, 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 hooray!